up until the morning, it's boring, at least I hear some type of...
A couple of days ago, I posted a picture of me wearing an over $2,000 t-shirt on Instagram, not because I wanted to show off, but I was genuinely curious how many of you could see yourself spending such an insane amount of money on a plain t-shirt, because trust me, I'm very much aware of how absurd it sounds to spend so much money on a plain old t-shirt, and rightfully I got a few DMs wondering what could possibly make a t-shirt cost $2,000, of course, aside from the brand name. So today I wanted to share with you my experience buying the world's most expensive t-shirt. And since I'd like to think of myself as a black t-shirt connoisseur, share with you some of my top black t-shirt picks from 4 different brands in 4 very different price ranges, from $85 all the way to over $2,000. So if you are as passionate about finding the best timeless wardrobe staples as I am, then make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Let me know in the comment section what other wardrobe classics we should do next, and keep on watching. If you've been with me for a while, you already know this, but black t-shirts are kind of my uniform. I mean, there isn't a single piece out there that makes me as comfortable and as confident as a nicely cut, flattering black t-shirt. I have spent a lot of time and frankly a lot of money on trying to find the best black t-shirts out there, so I'm really excited to share with you my edit today. And let's start with the t-shirt, which is still very much up there in price. I mean, this t-shirt is not going to be as inexpensive as picking up a plain old t-shirt from Primark or H&M, but the quality speaks for itself. The fit, the cut, the quality of the fabric, the depth of the color, these are all details that have to justify the price, not to mention that this will last a lot longer in your collection than a t-shirt from, let's say, Zara would. It won't fade as quickly, it will not lose its shape, and it will also be a lot more flattering, because this Philippe Paquet t-shirt, which the brand is Philippe Paquet in case I haven't mentioned it, this is their stretch cotton t-shirt, which has the most flattering slim fit to it. I'm not usually a big fan of really fitted t-shirt, but there's something about this fit that just makes you look incredibly smart and well put together. It's made of a certified organic cotton fabric with a pretty decent amount of stretch, and it feels almost like silk against your skin. It feels incredibly luxurious, and it looks it too, and because of that you can style this with even the smartest outfits. The size range goes from an extra small all the way to a double extra large. I'm wearing a small one here, which as you can see is pretty fitted, so if you don't like a fitted look, I would suggest going up a size, but it comes in a ton of different colors, and if you're looking for a great staple but something that is incredible quality, this would be a good one to look into. And if you'd like to see even more mod shots, well, just check out my Instagram or watch the last video that I did, because this is the t-shirt that I wore in that video too, which so many of you really kindly complimented. We're going up in price and back in time, because the next t-shirt I want to share with you is a t-shirt that I genuinely used to live in. I mean, I cannot tell you how many of these t-shirts I went through over the years, which is the Hermes so-called H embroidered t-shirt. These t-shirts are currently $415. I think when I first started buying these t-shirts, they were closer to $300, I want to say. That's how much I remember paying for them at the very beginning, but obviously, as everything, these have gone up in price too, and these are a really generous straight cut crew neck t-shirt. And when I say straight cut and generous, what I mean is that they're kind of ambiguous. They are definitely on the straight side, and there's a lot you can do with these. I have bought these in sizes as small as medium. The one that I'm wearing here is in size large, but I even have these in an extra large. It just all depends on the fit that you prefer, because you can play around with these t-shirts because they're made of a really interesting fabric, not something that you usually see t-shirts made out of. It's a thicker, heavier cotton piqué fabric, which is most comparable to the fabric that polo t-shirts or polo shirts are made of. It has a really unique texture to it, and it also features a little pocket with a tone-on-tone H embroidery, and it's always going to be tone-on-tone, so you don't have to worry about it being too loud or too in your face, but the t-shirt itself does come in quite a few different colors. It comes in all your basic shades like white and navy, but you have some Hermes classics like red and orange too. The size range goes from an extra small to a double extra large. And if you're looking for a smarter t-shirt, something that looks incredible on its own and it can make an outfit, this is a great one for you to look into if you're a fan of Hermes and if you're looking for a t-shirt that has quite a bit of interest to it in terms of the fabric and the details, but when it comes to the cut isn't too restrictive. This is something that you could certainly look into. Let's move on to another piece that has been a staple in my collection for a couple of years now, which is the Prada 3-pack jersey t-shirt. So the one that I'm showing you here actually comes as a pack of 3, and I'm not exactly sure if these were sold as part of their underwear range or what the whole deal was, because these t-shirts are quite hard to get at this point. I was able to find them on a couple of websites, so if you're interested, I will make sure to have them linked down below for you. But Prada does do quite a few different takes on a classic black tee. The ones that I'm showing you here are slightly fitted. They are made of an incredibly light cotton jersey material, but these have virtually no stretch to them. They are embellished with a tiny Prada triangle logo on the back, and they really are just a timeless classic piece. They used to come in 3 different colors, in black, white, and navy, and the size range went from extra small all the way to triple extra large. I used to buy these in a large, which at this point are a little bit too big. I can still pull them off as more of an oversized fit, but these should be a tiny bit more fitted. I would personally prefer the Philippa, and I do still prefer the Philippa K t-shirt when it comes to a more fitted t-shirt, just because the fabric becomes almost one with your skin. It's a lot stretchier, it's a lot more silky, whereas these t-shirts really don't have that much give to them. But if you don't like that, if you just want a really simple basic cotton t-shirt with a flattering cut made of a material that will wash beautifully and age well, the Prada t-shirts are a great staple to look into. But to be really honest, this is probably the most dupable basic in today's video. And finally, my highly anticipated review. I don't know if anyone cares, but let's just say that it was highly anticipated. My highly anticipated review of the world's most expensive t-shirt, which I don't have the data to prove that, but I'm pretty sure it is the most amount of money that anyone can spend on a basic plain old t-shirt without any sort of embroidery, without any prints or any details. And this t-shirt is from Loro Piana. Now I do have to preface this, not all Loro Piana t-shirts are going to set you back over $2,000. I do have a couple of Loro Piana t-shirts which I paid, I think, the humble price of $600, which is still an insane amount of money to spend on a basic t-shirt. But today's t-shirt, the one that we're reviewing here, is made of a highly exclusive material. This is for the true Loro Piana connoisseur. This is for you if you are crazy full stop, or if you are as crazy about your basics as I am. Now, I have been working on a Loro Piana brand deep dive for a while, but before I'm ready to do that, I wanted to test a few of their things, this t-shirt included, which is why I was able to film an unboxing a little while ago. But it's time to jump into talking about this t-shirt and discuss why it costs as much as it does. So this is a tightly fitted second skin effect t-shirt that is crafted of the world's finest and rarest merino wool that is exclusive to Loro Piana, and it's called the Gift of Kings. So as you saw in the unboxing, you get more paperwork with this t-shirt than you do with most apartments or most houses that you would buy. And if you're familiar with natural fibers, which is an important thing to know here, you know that they are measured in microns, and the lower the micron number means the finer fabric. Now, regular merino wool usually measures somewhere between 15 to 25 microns. Silk is somewhere between 8 to 12 microns, and then grade A cashmere can go as low as 14. But this Gift of Kings material is only 12 microns in diameter. And the reason I wanted to share this with you is so you get an idea for how incredibly fine and soft this material feels. It almost feels, even though it's a type of wool, it is as soft as silk, but you do get the body of wool and then you get the lightness of cotton. So it's basically the best of all these worlds. It is the very highest quality, finest wool available on the market, sourced from selected merino sheep bred in Australia and New Zealand. Now, obviously, as you can see, this t-shirt is in navy, not in black. I hope you don't mind me cheating, but Loro Piana doesn't actually offer their classic pieces in black. Their darkest shade is usually navy blue, like this t-shirt. But speaking of colors, if you're interested in this t-shirt, it does come in 4 different shades. You can pick it up in white, in an orangey yellow, in a turquoise blue, and actually there's also like a khaki green, and then you do have this navy option. You can get certain Loro Piana pieces custom made in black, but unfortunately this t-shirt isn't one of them. And if you're wondering, okay G, I love all these details, I love learning about this fabric, but is it worth over $2,000? No, it 1000% is not worth the money. The only reason I ended up pulling the trigger is because I have been so curious about this fabric, and I am working on a brand deep dive for you, and I wanted to test as much of Loro Piana as possible, and it was a great excuse for me to get this t-shirt, but it is definitely not worth it unless it brings you joy and you love the sound of a t-shirt that is as soft as silk, yet it has the body, the weight, and the drapeability of wool. I mean, it is a nice t-shirt. The color is incredible. It does make you feel like $1,000,000, but it does cost nearly that much. So I would not say that this t-shirt is worth it, especially considering that the quality isn't anything exceptional. I mean, yes, the material might be the finest material in the world, but the way this t-shirt is put together is really nothing special, because I have only ever worn this t-shirt a handful of times, and you can already see the thread coming undone, which is perfectly fine when it comes to most t-shirts, but not when the t-shirt in question costs you your first, second, and third born. And my friends, this completes today's video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And if you're interested actually in white t-shirts, while I was editing this video, I came across a video that someone had done a similar video on white t-shirts, so I will make sure to have that link down below for you. I haven't watched that video just because I didn't want to be influenced as I was editing, but I do believe based on the thumbnail that they stopped at $100. Well, we pretty much started at $100, but if you're interested, I did want to have that video linked in the info box because it is a really similar concept. And while you're down there, don't forget to let us know what your favorite black t-shirt is. I really appreciate you being here and watching, and I hope to see you back here with a new video really, really soon.